Resolution 2015-31, establish administrative offices penalties.
Mr. Chairman and members, this is a resolution I mentioned earlier during the ordinance that we just adopted on administrative fines. It's required by section 1031, paragraph D3, and it defines the fines that would be levied for people that violate various specific items in our city code. I just wanted to point out one correction under erosion control. It should be 300 and not 100. Other than that, this is required by the ordinance that we just adopted, and I would recommend approval.
What's the wish of the council on resolution 2015-31? Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
There's a motion by Mayor Zelka, second by Alderman Hercog for approval of resolution 2015-31. Any discussion?
I just had a question, those first three that are $500 each, do we get the 500 from somewhere else?
Where you came up with the
Where
dollar?
we came up with the dollar amount for them.
Yeah, you know, we looked at the resolution that was adopted in Brainerd and just following when they had come up with their amounts. I'm not so sure that fighting animals and dangerous dogs aren't, I don't know if they're statutory. If they were statutory, we'll need them here as well, but I think there's a recommendation based on those types of animals.
So are dangerous dogs specified out in our code somewhere? What's considered a dangerous dog?
Well, the statute has what's considered a dangerous dog. We've been dealing with some of those.
State statute.
Greg might have some.
We operate under state statute with dangerous dogs, and we've had to work with the city attorney also to develop a current process to handle that as well. The process that we had in place was not lawful.
So what's the difference? You have a biting dog and a dangerous dog. Well, is a dangerous dog a biting dog, or how does a dog become dangerous? How do you determine a dangerous dog? Somebody's dog that jumps out the window, or somebody's that jumps over the fence,
They
or
have to meet statutory criteria, and then we would declare the dog dangerous, and then there's a right for a hearing. That person could go before an independent hearing judge and make a determination which would either uphold our decision or withdraw it.
And what happens now? Now is the one where we'd have to take them to court. What does that do if they're a dangerous dog?
Yeah, it's just right now, we just have it under our ordinance. So we've redone it now, where we're running it under state statute instead of under our ordinance. So ultimately, once we have that fully in place, then we'll look to likely either referencing the state statute with the policy and procedure we put in place, or completely deleting it under the ordinance, because now we're running it through state statutes. So that's something we'll look at. Did that answer your question?
Kind of. I guess if they have that now, it's handled that way, what kind of a penalty or fine, or what would happen to them now?
Well, if an officer chose to just ticket them under ordinance, through an administrative citation, then it would run under this. We're trying to get away from that. I think we have this in here just because right now it's currently in our ordinance. So to cover this gap time, we're switching over to the statutory basis. The statute sets out, that we can charge a fine for housing the dog, certain things that they have to do with the dog, if it's truly a dangerous dog versus a potentially dangerous dog. So we're kind of doing this switch over now. And so we want to cover, we still have this under ordinance right now, so if they do be ticketed under ordinance, you have to have a fine to cover that for right now. So it's kind of, we're just in transition on that.
This part's going to be a dangerous dog, probably drop off there next year.
Well, we're going to look at it, we're going to see whether we're going to have it in an ordinance and reference the state statute and just get rid of it completely. So we're still working on it.
Any other discussion? Resolution, call a roll.
Liljegren,
Yes.
Zilka,
Yes.
Hansler,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Kuschnick,
Yes.
Boyum,
Yes.
Hurkak.
Yes.
Resolution 2015-32, large-scale street